Season's greetings. We're back with another episode of Chelas con Chavos. We're going to go ahead and get into it right and quick because we do have Mr. Miguel, who almost won himself a couple of grand, a kick away from riches, a state-of-the-art crib, perhaps. But we also have joining us part of the Chavos legacy, familia, padrino, everything you know him, you see him. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, because he covers his face at times. But he is the great Abel. Abel is joining the show today. Abel, Chelas con Chavos. Hello, welcome. Hi.
How are you doing, gentlemen?
What's going on, man?
Good. We haven't done a Chelas episode in a while. I mean, we've all been busy, but we're back. We're here with a guest of honor, Abel. What's up, dude? How are you doing?
Doing well. It's going, you know.
oh yeah, it's going.
You know.
Miguel,
yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Thanks for reminding me. I blew a $25,000 opportunity.
Damn.
That was.
It's not every day. It's not every day you get a shot at 25 grand. You know.
You're passing it on. Somebody's gonna go ahead and get that luck and capture it. I was really rooting for you, man. You got it closer. I know we did the crossbar challenge one day in a halftime, and I got much closer than you did.
No,
I didn't.
No.
Yeah, I did.
La volaste, güey.
That's how you know you don't remember, because it went in the goal.
Yo la volé.
Yeah, exactly.
So that means I was closer.
You're the reason they had to condemn those stairs in 109. Remember when 109 had stairs, guys?
Oh, that was nice.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
I'm the reason for that?
Yeah, you're the reason. You broke them. But
Empecé porque está bien pesado.
yeah, that too. Che gordo.
But that shot it looked a lot harder than what it was, man.
Yeah, no, it's 100% much more difficult to get into the oval. At least they're honest about it. Not like the carnivals in the Del Mar Fair where the basketballs are ovals.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
I was
Anyways,
just more concentrated on not slipping. That was my big thing. I just didn't want to fall in front of 3,000 people. So I'm like, okay,
priorities straight. I like that. But all right, so Abel, I mean, we've spoken to you in the past year. We haven't really checked in with how you've been managing and just going through all this. People may know you and recognize you from 109, being one of the drummers, integral part of everything that happens in 109. So, I mean, let's get kind of your thoughts now with the last regular home season game of the history of this club, San Diego Loyal. Where are you at with everything?
Well, I guess the processing still continues. It sucks that obviously we're not gonna continue, right? But I think it's been an emotional roller coaster. But I've also tried to be here for other people as well, because I guess that's my way of helping others, and then I worry about myself at the end. But in all honesty, I'm just taking in everything, a game at a time. Y todo eso. What? All right. I'm gonna stop. What's going on? ¿Por qué se ríen?
It just comes back with like just the nuances of the things that people remember throughout, and just like you see people, and it's crazy how it all ended up being here, and now we're apparently you and I are the same person, because we go to Coldplay concerts, we obsess over the same kind of little things, and our paths would never have crossed had it not been for this club. And just like,
¿Tú te peleas contra Chihuahua también? A la madre.
But sorry, it was my bad.
That was something else. I think that was another piece. But
yeah.
I mean,
they had it coming.
And it's true. I mean, I think that team brought a lot of people together, right? I wouldn't have known you guys. I wouldn't have known Miguel. I mean, and everybody else in 109. I think it's been a huge blessing just being a part of it, and being a part of that history, and then kind of getting that Glory magazine. Looking back, I mean, if we would have not known that this was our last season, it would have just been like any other just random magazine. But now somebody some people have been doing this past Saturday when they bought it, feels more like a yearbook. People going around signing where they're at and all that stuff. But it's not for the soccer community within the USL, it is a good buy, but it's going to continue to grow. I mean, it's now San Diego is going to have a different level of football, right? So, we're going to have, obviously football continues with Wave,
Yeah.
Albion, soccer.
Excuse you?
What?
Excuse you?
Wait
And then
a
now with,
second.
I
Thought we were
couldn't
naming real teams here.
I couldn't agree more, Abel. Support your local soccer.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and then Chula Vista FC and all the other teams, because
Es
there's a lot
internacional.
of other teams, right? Yeah. I mean, they just won a championship or
Yeah.
a cup,
Damn right.
right?
Yeah.
A Western Cup or something.
Yeah, it's
So
Abel.
Damn right they did.
yeah. So it's, and then if we want to worry about North County, I mean, Temecula FC or up there,
De mi cula.
So, but yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
start calling it that.
I think it's going to be a ride, which that gap that we're going to have, it's going to be a year of growth for all of us.
Yeah.
And wherever, the passion goes, I think it's just going to be a healthy part to process within that time. And then once it's going to make people long for football. Then once that time comes, it's going to be here and everybody's going to be excited all over again.
Yeah, because you remember what happened when Loyal was starting, right? Before everything, I remember Jerry pulling everybody aside. I think it was Kevin and Mark who pulled Jerry aside, or they pulled him aside at Stone just to have a conversation of like, hey, this is who we are, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to do it. And those were just those initial conversations. And now there's a chance to redo that, now having 4 years of experience on the how-to, what's needed, what's all of this. So that's going to be exciting. Just for what's to come. Are you part of the Ultras as well?
Yeah, I'll be there drumming with the Chavos, with the Ultras. That's one thing that I'm going to remain, like, ironically loyal to, the Chavos, yeah, fun. I want to continue because the relationship being that has been built with everybody that I've gotten to know within the Chavos, and even I want to sprinkle in the locals, the Fiends and the Rainbows as well, but just within the Chavos, I feel like that's something not to let go of. That's something that's ingrained now. I think the Chavos is more just beyond, in my opinion, at least, it's beyond more than just a supporter group. I think it's becoming what we are, a part of the pillars, a part of, a familia. We're creating that pillar and it's growing, and now it's turning the page from, from obviously the USO and then moving on and joining the MLS ride, So I'll be there drumming as well, apart with my, fellow brothers, sisters, and everybody else who wants to be a part of the ride. And it's gonna, just like every other ride, there are gonna be some bumps in the road, but it's something that we gotta expect, right? There's no without bumps. Obviously, you don't create the memories without that. So I think that's going to be a part of that growth that there, the Ultras and then the Chavo family is going to have as we go.
No, I think that was a good point that you mentioned. Like, you pretty much have a year to prepare, right? With 4 years of experience under your belt now, you have a year to really focus on growing the numbers, planning everything out, what you need to do for once MLS kicks in. And I mean, Miguel, you're also a part of this. Like, how is it looking like for this upcoming year that you have? Like, what are the plans that the Ultras may have or Chavos in general may have?
Yeah, so for the big thing that we're going to be noticing as far as change wise is going to be our members, right? It was kind of one of those things, the USL was really fun, there's having a bunch of new members coming in, people that just want to be part of the, of the groups. But I think this year with the Chavos Ultras, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to be a little bit more, I guess we're going to be a little bit more accountable to our members. We're going to vet them a little bit better. There's a thing, what we see a lot of people on Discord that we just haven't, we have, I think, like maybe 120 people in our Discord, but only 40 people are active, and most of them it's like, you really don't see them at the game. And if we do see them, it's very, very rarely. So we want to make sure we have more members that are more active with the group and with the team. It doesn't have to be every single game, but definitely with the level of atmosphere that we want to bring to MLS, We just need to step up the caliber of people that we have in the group, and
So
that's going to be the big change. As far as the Discord goes, we're still going to have the Chavos of Loyal Discord. We might rename that to something else later on. Who knows? But that's become a very like a very good Discord. Actually, it's very engaging.
Yeah.
But we're also going to do something separately where we're just going to make sure we have the members that excuse me, the members that are going to be part of the Chavos Ultras, and that's just going to be strictly just for information sharing, not as social as the other Discord that we have going on.
Mm-hmm.
But those are going to be the big changes. Is just making sure that the organization is just a little bit tighter, and because I mean, yeah, we're going on the national stage, and we want to make sure we represent our group, as best as we can.
No, yeah. Go for it.
I'm just curious, numbers wise, right? Like you mentioned, obviously it needs to grow for this next upcoming project. Is there a ballpark number that has been thrown around within the Padrinos leadership in Chavos that you're hopeful to be able to hit? Because we talked to Tom Penn about it, and
Yeah.
he really wants that section to be electrifying, to really just command the space. So he wants thousands of people there, but
They're expecting big things. Like that's how it is, and
we don't want to like throw any pressure on you
Uh-huh.
guys. Obviously, it's not just on you guys, but
at the same time,
within
I do.
leadership,
a little bit, and
Within
it's
leadership,
accountability for everyone.
what are those
talks?
talks right now? Like, hey, we need to hit 1,000 by March next year or April next year. What are those talks?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's coming down to the same talks that we had when when the Padrinos were trying to get the Chavos of Loyal recognized, right? We want to start off with 100 solid members. I mean, we're talking like people that come out to every single watch party. They're going to come out to every single MLS event that we have going on the next year. They're going to be loud. They're going to be coming out to the drum circles and trying to learn these chants. And we're getting that. We're getting that attention. We're getting that interest. And it's funny enough, it's a lot of people outside of Loyal that are
Mm-hmm.
that are getting this, that we're getting this interest from.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, I mean, we have a few events coming up, and we're really going to start gauging what kind of attention we're getting from people outside of the San Diego Loyal, with the MLS side. So I mean, it's going to be very exciting. I mean, I don't know if I don't know if Abel's been able to kind of get any kind of feel for what kind of vibe we're putting out there for the MLS guys. But I mean, from firsthand, I mean, we already got a bunch of people from Oceanside, that are
Mhm.
part of the the Osiders,
The
the Chargers,
Osiders, yeah.
the Osiders. They're going to be coming up, and I mean, those guys are always engaging. And I mean, if they put in half the effort they put in for the Chargers, I mean, we're going to be fine.
No, I like that. And the thing is, like, where is that line gonna be between partnership and just, I don't want to say selling out. It's not the right term, but just being with the MLS, because like obviously they'll have things that they can offer, resources and connections, but like, is that something that you guys are wary about? How independent is this going to be? Independent of, or is there going to be requirements? I heard the term union being thrown out. These talks that are being had within right now, or with the club at some level.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, you guys, I mean, Abel probably knows more about union when it comes to MLS than I do. I talked to Kevin a lot about that too, being able to like unionize with other supporter groups. But for our part, I could tell you right now, we actually had a discussion this last week with with the like kind of, we had a small leadership meeting, but we are planning to stay 100% independent. I mean, if there's money offered for certain events or trapos or whatever, we're gonna keep our own. We're just gonna stay 100% independent. We're gonna stay true to the Chavos, and we're here to hold the club accountable for for what they do and for the kind of product they put out in the field. And for us, it doesn't really seem like it's something that if we're being financed in any small way by a club, then we kind of lose that small independence, right? So we just want to make sure we're 100% independent going forward, and we don't have to answer to anybody. We just request, hold people accountable for their actions or for what they want to do. And that's kind of the same thing we've been doing with the loyal. It's the same stuff we want to be doing with San Diego FC.
And honestly, I think that this is really going to be as clear of an image as anybody can see of as a preview of what's to come in Snapdragon for this team this next upcoming Saturday, right? Independent of
specific Snapdragon.
In the soccer specific Snapdragon. As much as I hope there's another game at home just so it's there and we can do better coverage of it in the playoffs. There might not be, and this might be it. So it's going to be a real look into what the rawness, the emotion, the loudness, the vibe, it's going to be a party. And
that's how last Saturday felt.
This last Saturday, you missed out. I'm sorry, but you missed out, Jiva. You weren't really there. I don't know. You could have taken your shirt off. I did.
Yeah, no.
You didn't see that?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did. See,
Good thing nobody else saw it. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, let's talk about the atmosphere Saturday, right? It did feel like 109 was at its peak on Saturday. Everyone was loud. Everyone was bringing it.
Yeah.
You had the chairman, Andrew, there, shirtless as well. So, Abel, you were there with your mask. You're there drumming away. There's beer being flown around. There was a smoke bomb that popped off. And
excuse me?
And then we don't know who did it. We don't know who did it.
You saw nothing.
It must have been those Monterey scumbags who brought it in and tried to frame you guys. There was a
Monterey guy in 109.
Yeah,
so it must have been him.
Dan.
It was probably him.
No. set you guys up.
This guy with the blue beard, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that guy. So talk to us, Abel. What was that? What was 109 on Saturday for you? What did it mean to you? See the chairman. You saw Tony shirtless there, man. So
it's a rare sight.
It was a, how can I say it? It's a vibe that we should have been having since a long time ago. Let me just put it that way. That's the way we should have been the whole time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But life happens sometimes. But to challenge, kind of like Tony likes to challenge, that's how we should have been, right? So now taking that into account and how we can move forward with that. But going back to Saturday real quick, I think it was very enjoyable. There was a lot going on. I mean, I was just trying to keep the rhythm, continuing to drum through the cramps and just going through it just because that vibe was there. So you don't want to let it die, right? You don't want to let it go down. And, I think the crowd felt it and then the players felt it. And that's why we got the result we did, right? Mm-hmm. It takes two. Especially within the football, realm. It's if the supporter groups are there and the team is there, you're just gonna get fire, right? Within the whole stadium. So I think it was popping off. It was really good. Again, Tony going shirtless was amazing. Shiva, hopefully this next Saturday, there's a shirt can come off. Who knows? Maybe some pasties can come on. We'll see.
I mean.
If you already see some pierced nipples, I guess.
It is what it is. Let's do it.
I'm going to be so surprised how small they are.
That's for the after show.
Mato, I was paying attention to you, dude, and you're legit watching the game while drumming.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, no. And there's other people there that focus on the drumming and have to focus on the drumming, but wait, you were watching the guy was watching it. You were like watching the game every second. At this point, is it just natural to you? It's just natural to you, huh? Like
it is. It's very natural now. I mean, I just know what to do. It's muscle memory at this point. But in all honesty, one of the things that I thought, because typically I don't watch the games. I'm drumming. I'm looking around. I'm seeing who's keeping time. Looking at Adrian, making sure he's on it too. I'm just looking around. But this past Saturday, I said, you know what? I think I need to pay attention to what's going on the field for like the last few times, if just being down there. So I think like I said, it's just natural to most of us now, where if you can be inebriated or not, it's just gonna come natural now as drummers. So that's what happens with practice, you know, like and just the same rhythms and going hard. And then the good thing about just muscle memory is that you can go a lot louder and harder on the drum without having to worry about messing up, just because you know what you're doing. And a lot of the drummers around me are doing the same, keeping the rhythm and doing everything. So I think it's this past Saturday was, like you said, kind of like the peak, and hopefully we can bring that again next Saturday. And who knows, hopefully one more time. I have faith, maybe one more time, but let's break that, NorCal, um, you know, um, that curse that
The
we have.
curse.
Yeah.
Pinche Oakland. A ver qué pedo. Miguel, how'd you like 109 on Saturday, man? You were there. You were having fun.
Damn, man,
Andabas bien
I was on
pedo.
a good one, man. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty fun, man. Honestly, it's it's the I don't know what it is, but I think the rain really helped out.
Yeah, it's a rain game, man. Like it
I
was so
think
cool.
that's what
Yeah.
motivated him to just go like, ¿sabes qué? A la madre. Vámonos, sin camisa.
It was no, it was awesome. It was kind of gave me like remember last year when the Dodgers, I mean when the Dodgers came to town, the Padres beat them in the rain.
No.
Mhm.
It gave me those kind of vibes, man. It was just for some reason, it just like everything just kind of happened and everything just kind of played out the way it did. And it was just one of those things. You had people just started taking their shirts off like super early too, like in the first half, and it just kind of kept going and kept going. And it was like, all right, you know what? All right. I'm actually this is great.
Who was the first one?
And I mean,
who took off their shirts?
Adrian.
Adrian?
I'm
I think it
pretty
was
sure it was
Adrian.
Adrian.
Yeah.
That was
Adrian
second.
was first, then Sam, and then it just created a domino effect to everybody around.
Me.
Why'd you put it
And
back
then-
on?
Because I had to later, do the rest of the job and go down there, and
Yeah, no, but you put it on
I
like
couldn't-
seconds after you took
I
it
couldn't
off.
risk being seen on the halftime, camera, or
Gotcha.
they see that and they're like,
So we talked about on our podcast yesterday. The reason we're there is just from a journalistic standpoint. We wanted to know what the experience in the supporter culture was. Purely academic, purely just for research. We weren't there as fans. I stayed a little longer just to see what it looks like when there's a goal being celebrated.
yeah, I know.
And
Great study.
yeah, and y me tocó, and just the article's on its way. We've been writing, and
oh wow,
ChatGPT.
nice.
I'm excited for your findings. Yeah.
Yeah,
And, it was
I
one of
got
those
showered
games too
in
where everybody
beer.
was showing up to 109. I mean, like
Yeah.
I think I think most of the San Diego Loyal staff was in 109. Like even like the people that work in the front office and stuff like that, they were there. And then that was actually pretty cool to see. And it kind of helped out the whole parking lot scenario that we had beforehand. That was pretty cool. Being able to have everybody there, like with the candid talk, it was awesome. I had a great time. Started off with that. And then when I was walking like during halftime, I would walk up to go get some food and then came back, and it was just that was probably the loudest I ever heard 109. Probably since the first game back from COVID.
Mhm.
That was probably the loudest game I've ever been to in the last like maybe like 3 years. Easy.
I think so too. Actually, from like we always compare from when we're standing on the other side of the field when Loyo are shooting that way, and if we can hear 109 from there and just everything, like it sounded loud from the first half. Obviously, it started raining, so we said, let's go to the press box and then let's go back out there. But I agree, it was loud. It did feel impressive, and that's what it should be. Abel, you were mentioning it, like that's what it should have been every game. But again, stuff happens, and not everyone can make it to every single game, and that's understandable. But the thing is, you have one more home game before playoffs, one more regular season home game. Can these be replicated, if not surpassed?
I think it's gonna be surpassed.
I think so too. I think there's surprises, I think, that are coming. So yeah.
¿Cuánta gente va a llorar?
I was almost
I don't
there, dude.
know.
Honestly, man, I was almost there, dude. Because I started thinking too, man. It's like when I first got there, when I got to the parking lot on Saturday, I started thinking. I was actually telling my wife before I head out there that was the first time I ever went to the game, and I started talking to everybody, right? That was the first time I ever met Jerry. That's probably the first time I ever met you guys too. That's the first time I ever met Abel. And I didn't know I don't think the Chavos were a thing at that point, but that was, it was kind of cool to be able to just kind of go out there and just for old time's sake, just kind of just hang out one more time. And I think this last game is gonna be super awesome. I mean, it's gonna be fantastic. I love it.
It should be, especially if the team's able to break the curse and beat Oakland at home. That'd
be
be
nice.
fantastic.
It'd be making it interesting. But there is a chance for somebody to go in a swagged out fashion, courtesy of perhaps Chelas con Chavos, Abel, and Miguel. I believe the doc says it is time to just kind of roll out with perhaps a giveaway opportunity.
Yeah. So I wanted to take the time to see if whoever watches this, or just even like just to retweet whatever Two Balls in a Mic tweets and Chelas con Chavos.
Yeah.
So retweet Chelas con Chavos or Two Balls in a Mic. We'll combine those names into a
It's
wheel
gonna
of
be
death.
a clip. This is gonna be clip. Ready, set,
Yeah.
action.
So retweet
This
the
episode.
podcast link, this episode,
Mhm.
to win this. Let me unblur this beautiful new tagged one size fit most
I really
kit.
like that.
So you can be a part of the history.
100%. No. So go ahead and get yourself a San Diego Loyal kit. I mean, it's honestly one of the coolest ones that they've had. They've had some basics. They've had some interesting ones. They've had an upside down one for some reason.
It's the Siempre Leal one. It's the Raza one.
Yeah.
So here's how to win the jersey, guys. If you're watching this clip, one, you have to retweet the episode on X, Twitter, whatever it is. Retweet it. Make sure you're following Chelas con Chavos, and you're following Two Balls and a Mic. A winner will be announced on Friday, and on Saturday, if you go to the home game, you will be giving the jersey, sponsored by your own Abel. So again,
Your own local
retweet,
Abel.
share with friends. The more retweets your friends have, the bigger chance you have of winning the jersey. So retweet, retweet, retweet. Is it still called retweet? on X?
Repost.
Repost it.
Just re-put it, whatever you want to
Re-put
say.
it. I like that.
Yeah.
Re-put it.
Rip.
No, they're losing something without the tweet. The tweet, like saying tweet, sounds
Tweet,
awesome.
tweet.
Posting tweet.
Hell
I
yeah.
had,
Yeah,
I had
we
a
don't
question
know.
for you guys. What
Yeah.
do you guys think? What do you guys think about if the Loyal do host a playoff game at home, and they make it super far, say to like the final or something like that, right? Let's put that out there right now for the universe to hear us.
Mhm.
Do you think USD or Snapdragon for that final game?
USD. You stay loyal to where you've been, right?
It's a granny.
Yeah.
And you
Like-
know what? You know what? At the end of the day, what are they going to do? It's the last game. Just throw a rager in the parking lot. Just
And call it a freaking tailgate.
ooh, championship tailgate.
¿Qué te van a hacer?
Championship
¿Qué van a hacer?
tailgate.
Podemos invitar el padre from USD and he can bless us all.
Yeah,
We have-
se
he'll bring the
pone a
wine.
pistear el güey también.
He'll bring the wine.
He'll bring the wine. Yeah.
Ese güey pistea tequila también. O sea,
I know you asked them, but like I agree with Chiva. It's better just to
Keep it.
do it keep it there. I mean, I feel like there were outside factors
mhm.
that happened within stadium stuff, but I think we need to keep it at USD.
Why get?
Yeah.
Say you go to Snapdragon for the championship game, if you even get to host it, obviously, right? Why give 20 plus other 1,000 people that did not give a single crap about you in 4 years stay at USD with the 6,000 fans that have been out there in the past 4 years?
Yeah.
If I could just play at Mission Bay High School,
You can.
we'll call the game.
No, I think if that happens, stay at USD. It's in your name. Stay loyal.
Yeah.
Bury me with the cup. That's what the hashtag that's been going around. But yeah, no, to answer your question, stay at USD. Tony, I think Tony wants soccer specific stadium Snapdragon for some reason. I don't know.
it'd be a great opportunity for that up and coming booming market of Mission Valley to have some sort of revenue and perhaps tourism coming in, because obviously everybody's going to want to fly. I mean, look, we don't know if Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are going to show up to this championship game at Snapdragon.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a big show, right? Why not go big? Coldplay was just here. Bring them back. Halftime show. I think I got us covered with that. I've met them in person, so
Wow.
Wow.
yeah, it's
Sick. I mean, no, have Coldplay at Torero Stadium in that little corner where they have the concerts. Like,
Unplugged.
I love that.
Unplugged.
Ooh, I like that.
there you go. I mean, Snapdragon.
No, but no, I mean, yeah, just one last hurrah at USD. I think that would be super, super intimate, super everything. It's why comedians go when they go do theaters and stadiums. They go back to the, to the little hole in the wall comedy studios, just us comedy venues to get that intimacy and work things out. So I think if that's where it's been, that's where it's been, and that's where it should be. So
And San Diego already has a chance to have a championship at Snapdragon with Waves. They have a really good chance, so that's a different topic. So it's a win-win-win. So that's if they get to the championship. And again, Miguel, yeah, we're throwing that into the universe. But first, they have to get a home playoff match.
and in order to do that, we have to watch them do the victory thing before playoffs. So a chance to watch, gentlemen, and maybe party with one another in some sort of party watch. I don't know. Is there something coming up? Maybe on Wednesday
Tomorrow.
in a certain
Yeah,
locale.
Or today, when people are watching today.
Yes.
Today,
Yes,
tonight,
today.
tomorrow.
Tonight, yeah, tonight.
Yeah.
Put the mic
Oh
up.
yeah, so we're actually holding an official. It's kind of twofold, right? It's going to be an official Chavos Frontera Ultras meetup for anybody who's interested in being a member of the new supporter group. But on top of that too, we're going to be down in Three Punk, Little Italy. We're going to be watching the Loyal game simultaneously, and we're actually trying to make Three Punk, Little Italy our home base for the Frontera Ultras going forward. That seems to be like, we're taking it back. We're paying homage to to the original, Italian, Ultras where they came from, right? That's the perfect location. We're going with with the location and a group that really knows us, that really supports us from like pretty much day one. I mean, Three Punk's been amazing. It's a good start for us, and I believe it's going to be a good opportunity for people that just want to get to know the people in the group right now, or even get to know new people that are potential members. Everybody's welcome to come out, watch the game, get to we're going to talk a little bit about the plans that we have for the San Diego FC reveal party, or the reveal festival that we got going on, and we have a lot of things planned out for the next couple of weeks. We're going to probably do a new trapo, something for us to be able to unveil during that day, and maybe work on some new chants, and set up some new dates to be able to practice those chants and those drums. So it's a definitely twofold watch party for sure. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna support San Diego Loyal, and at the same time, we're gonna talk about the future. And Three Punk Little Italy, it is kid friendly until 8 p.m. Same thing as the one down here in Chula Vista. And yeah, come on out. Everybody's welcome. Come out, have a beer, and enjoy the scene.
Pónganse bien pedos en un miércoles. Vamos.
Oh, and it's also Abel actually sent out.
Yeah.
It's what is it? Free what?
It's a free ride day tomorrow, so there's no excuse. You can hop on the trolley. You can
That's
hop
actually-
on the bus. You can hop on
That's
the
actually really
coaster,
tempting now. That's actually incredibly tempting.
No excuse. No excuse.
Is
And
it
even
really?
better, I mean, there's no park. I mean, you don't need a park. So, gotta turn up on a Wednesday and you can, get home safe through MTS transportation. And I think it's literally a 10-minute walk from the Little Italy station. From Little Italy station to to Three Punks. It's a nice little brisk walk. So ahí se te baja la peda between, Three Punks to the trolley station. So it's good.
Boo.
There you
Que
go.
siga
You
la
see?
peda, que siga
Easy.
la peda. There you go. Look at this.
Yeah.
You
So
can take
thank
the
you, San Diego
bus.
County. They obviously knew that Frontera Ultras were gonna be hosting, so they said, "All right, everybody go down to Little Italy."
Hell yeah! I mean, if you're coming from the
Yeah, thank God they're not on strike anymore. MTS.
And if you're coming from a different part of the city, like you frequent. Oh, not that Cheetahs. There's a local Cheetahs.
So man, that's a big drive right there, man.
That's a
La madre, those días.
I mean, if you're really about it, right?
If you're really
But it's the mission of the Chavos. Again, you're talking about the planning, the future with what's happening now, and just really coming and marrying those two together. The one thing that's still gonna be happening and is part of the Chavos is the philanthropy and the good work that you guys have been doing in the community, and so that's gonna continue. Obviously, loyal. The season probably let me do the math. It doesn't go past October, right? Maybe, but it's not going to get into like Thanksgiving, right? So, but Thanksgiving is something that you get as Chavos have always come together and really surrounded the community with either the backpack drive, but this is the chance to get involved once again with the turkey drive. So that's coming up. You guys get into a little bit and let us know when we can expect more info, what the info is, and where we can throw some turkeys at you
Llegó el
guys.
pavo.
yeah. I think there's Adrian has mentioned maybe a week, the weekend of the 18th potentially for a turkey drive, but I think they're still trying to figure out logistics on everything else. I know Adrian's a busy man, busy dude, so he's handling a lot at once. So hopefully some of us can help him out with that. But yeah, I think that's not trying to set it in stone, but it's been talked about that weekend.
Gotcha.
Location TBD as well.
Snapdragon. Fuck it.
That's another part.
So what can people do to donate? Venmo again, turkeys, everything.
Venmo, yeah, like pretty much like our back to school drive. Yeah, Venmo is one thing because we'll buy ourselves and buy it. I think last year, Miguel, you had to go out in the morning of and buy some turkeys. I think I bought some turkeys and canned goods. So we're out there, So all that donation money really goes into to what we're doing, And then also if there's any donations for turkeys or any other canned goods, I think we'll have some places where you can do drop-offs or drop off maybe that day of. So like I said, keep an eye out on our socials, both Chavo Ultras, the Chelas con Chavos, and also the Chavos de Loyal. Just look at all our socials and just we'll be posting everything up there as soon as we set everything in stone.
Love it.
That, man.
Love it, man.
The work the Chavos have done in the community, no one can deny the hard work all of you guys have been putting, especially Adrian, right? Big shout out to him. Just
Adrian. Nobody else, right?
Yeah, nobody else.
No way,
just Adrian.
We're still waiting on the madrinas. I mean,
Pues, ¿qué pedo? Ya no se va a armar.
Pinche loyal se acabó, güey. No mames, no quisieron entrarle, güey.
No, but we also got the soccer's coming up too pretty soon in December.
Brujos time.
Brujos coming out, man.
It's gonna be, that's time of year again. So, just
armen los chingadazos.
Yeah. So after the games, it'll turn into a boxing ring. So you know what's up. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, we got full control of that parking lot.
Too many brews, huh?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Remind me, yeah. Oye,
I know
andaba
it's
bien
gonna be
escamado,
interesting
no
this
te
year,
vi,
man.
güey. Dije, ¿qué pedo? It's not the Abel I know.
Well, I was gonna say, and not a lot of hoes, or brujos, So
I love that. We don't love them hoes. The brujos.
Yeah, so it's good. I mean, I think we're all excited for that season. I think that's gonna be kind of like a little, stepping stone for the Ultra Chavos, just to kind of come out and get the vibe in between that season. So it gives people to do, and it's such an awesome time. It's the environment is more relaxed. It's more fun. The parking lot where there before. Hopefully, we don't get as many rainy games this time, so we can be out there. But if not, I think it's called Brazil by the Bay, or that restaurant right across. They host us.
Yeah,
it's great food as well. So shout out to them. But I think we're Papi Brujo's out there gonna come out pretty soon. So he's I think he'll have more info pretty soon on that as well.
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of tailgate practice in that location.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Yeah, because that's
good.
that's where it's at. Bring the Riptides, bring everybody, and again, show them around how to do it. But have that be a practice venue even for what's to
Yeah.
come. So, great stuff, guys. Chelas con Chavos, yes, sir.
Oh, I
Abel,
was gonna say, and it's their last season here in San Diego before they move to Oceanside. So
exactly.
Everybody's
another,
leaving us, man.
yeah.
Are you surprised, Miguel? I've just been
Oh,
hurt
man.
too much. It's par for the course, but
Pour one for the homies.
I know.
That was,
But yeah, no. So great stuff, guys. Again, it's hopefully we can wrap the season up one last time through Chelas con Chavos. There's a lot, obviously, that we can go into on memory lane and all that good stuff, but that time will come. But I do have a question for the both of you. We've been interviewing Team One players, and we had Grant Stoneman on the tagged on the episode yesterday. Yesterday we actually interviewed Colin and Charlie Adams, so those are going to be coming in. But we've been asking him at the end if you had 3 words to just describe your San Diego Loyal experience. What 3 words would you use or utilize to just sum up your experience with San Diego Loyal?
oh man,
You first, yeah.
dude. I mean, I guess three words. Reinvigorating, because it got my love for local soccer. It just got my love for San Diego again. Um, unforgettable, just from day one, and then like bittersweet. Because it was something really good, and kind of you hate to see it go, but bittersweet.
I like that. No, I like it a lot. Abel?
I think memorable.
Mhm,
A
yeah.
lot of it is very, very. It's going to be ingrained into us. Hopefully, it's something that I remember when if I ever get Alzheimer's. Hopefully not, or dementia, but it's going to be in there. Uh, I think another one, and this is something that I feel just because of everything we went through, just resilient. uh we pushed to get our name out there, and then uh thankfully we were recognized. So I think resilient, just us, not giving up. And even the team, I mean, I've seen the team, there's times when they were down and they've never given up. So I think resilient. And then I think the last one is just in my opinion, I think it's just been everybody in there. Everybody's a chingon, I think. Everybody within the community. ev- eh, Shout out to everybody, just because everybody's just a badass, just being out there and starting. From the people starting supporter groups, people starting podcasts. The team, everything. I think it's everybody's. Todos son chingones. I just want to say that.
Man, I feel a chant coming on Saturday.
Oh. Oh no, that's gonna bring the tears.
Do
That
it.
will bring the
Oh.
tears.
Do
Somebody
it.
better sneak in a bottle of tequila.
Do it.
I wanna give you guys a little preview or just a heads up on what Charlie Adams said for his 3 words, and this hasn't dropped, so you guys are the first to hear what Charlie Adams used.
Oi, bruv.
Can you? Oh, and his accent. I'll just say it. He said, "Best time ever."
It was the best time of his life.
He said this
These last
4
4
years were the best, the most fun he's had soccer wise in general in his life. So you can tell
Dude,
how much that means for the captain.
That's saying a lot, man. For the career he had, that's saying a lot.
Yeah, so
I accidentally confused him for Jack Metcalf as
Oh,
playing
la
for the Liverpool
cagaste,
Academy. I'm
güey, la
like,
cagaste.
it's the one fuck up I've had in 4 years, and I. Oof. He's like, no, that's Jack Metcalf, mate. I was like, oh,
Oh,
oh
man.
shit,
Oh man,
that's right, Brentford. Fuck.
Yeah.
Es un pajarito también. It's a little, yeah.
yeah, it's casi igual
Un pinche
equipo.
pajarraco, la verga.
Well,
Yes.
what about you guys? I mean, or is that going to be till the end that you guys are going to bring
We'll
up
probably
We're
gonna save that.
saving
those
it to
3
the
words?
end. We're saving it to
Okay.
the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last podcast we do talking loyal,
Just last podcast we
we'll
do
share
ever.
some tears. I
Hey, who
guess.
knows? Loyal's ending, we just might end this whole shit. Fuck it.
Who knows?
And sell it
No,
on
no, no,
OfferUp.
no chinguen,
Sell
tiene
everything
que
on
seguir.
OfferUp.
No se sabe,
Tiene que
güey.
seguir.
I'll sell Chiva on
No, no, no.
OfferUp. I'd end up paying. He's in the Craigslist.
Si no llevamos Loyo al mundial, a lo mejor no se arma, güey. No sé.
Pinche, nunca llegó un mundial Loyo, güey.
Pinche Loyo. Yo pensé que le iba a armar, güey. Sí, son 48 teams y dije, Loyo tiene chance.
Mbappe no quiso, güey. But it's okay. They couldn't sign me. Anyway,
That's the
gentlemen,
heartbreaking stuff. But
thank you for your time again. We're going to go ahead and just have one final wrap up just at some point. So stay tuned for that. A lot of great information. Get that jersey. Repost. Everything.
Retweet. Redo.
Free jersey. Come on, get it. Go for it. You might.
One size at most.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Cool bandana. You never know.
If I retweet for my personal,
No.
can I win?
No. No.
It's not your giveaway.
It's a little rigged, but we'll see. Ask Mike. I think Mike, he runs the rules.
Man, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. Anybody.
Yeah.
Go open it to
Anybody.
anybody. No rules.
No
Yeah,
rules.
No
That's
rules.
right.
I think he's
Even
the
if
same.
you're
That's right.
No,
Oh,
no,
la
okay.
madre, no.
Even if you're simp, if you're from another team and you're just simping us all the time and just following us and yeah, just
You know what I saw
retweet
the
it.
other day? I saw the Phoenix Rising Nation account. I was gonna see defending loyal, like from MLS people. I was like,
Oh shit.
like,
That's nice.
oh,
oh, good for him. Oh,
yeah. I was
he
like,
does have a heart, or
Yeah.
they have a heart. I don't know.
yeah, them.
who
I don't know.
that
Hey,
Ch-
hey.
chinga su madre.
Oh, yeah, no.
That guy's got a good comeback sometimes.
Yeah, no.
He has some funny
Yeah, he does.
Trust.
When you step out and
The-
read everything, it's just like damn.
If you saw the half of the memes that were sent to me after the Carlton interview from USL memes that weren't used, oh, man, that's terrible. Great times.
You know, I think one thing, I think we all want to know still, and I think before Loyal ends, I think, are we ever going to find out who that Sakyo or whatever that dude is?
Oh, I'll introduce you,
Twitter.
dude. I'll introduce you, dude. He's there.
Or that, oh yeah?
Yeah.
Wait,
Is
who?
it that one or the one that talks a lot of, no, is it that one? I don't know which, there's an account that we don't know who it is that runs
The
it.
better locals?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's another one I would want to know who it is.
What if it's the same dude?
Can we introduce you to him on Saturday?
I'm down.
Be like, ese es el
Le
güey.
compró una
It's all
le
good.
compró una limonada.
I'll make it interesting. We'll introduce you at a soccer game. He's always there.
Even better.
Okay.
No, se armen los chingadazos.
No. No, we need to stay there. It's beginning of the season, maybe towards the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
no,
quítale la
yeah.
máscara, man. Let him borrow one of your masks y quítaselo.
Madre.
Oh yeah, do that.
No, I love it, man.
Wrestling, so yeah.
100%. Get your jersey, guys. Thank you, Abel, for coming on. Miguel, as always. I think you're gonna be a dad next time I see you, but you know,
I think so, man. I think
hope
so. I mean, it's looking pretty good right now, but who knows?
Échale
I don't know,
porras,
we'll
güey.
see. We'll
Échale
find out.
porras.
Chiquitibuma la bim bomba.
All right, guys. Thank you, guys. Chelas con Chavos. Thank you guys for joining.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys.